Welcome to part 3 of my Cherry Blossom vlog series. Today we're going to the city, San Francisco. Let's go. I'm Kelsey Kishimoto and I draw, hence the name. I'm an independent artist and I like to travel around the Bay Area and sometimes beyond selling my art. And in this particular series, I've booked as many cherry blossom festivals as I can that are local and I'm selling at them. We're going to San Francisco, Bay Area's largest cherry blossom festival actually. Today's pop-up event is a little bit different from the other ones. So in any other event, I'm typically a part of a marketplace, but in today's, I was actually invited by a storefront located in Japantown, 3Pillars. It is an art and apparel and accessories store owned by other Bay Area artists, and they invite artists every day of Cherry Blossom Festival to set up a pop-up table and sell. And I was one of the 4 artists that they invited, and I got to sell on Saturday, April 20th. The coolest thing about this is the fact that I've been following 3Pillars, the storefront, for kind of a while now. They've been in a couple different locations in the mall. They've moved around a bit, and this is their most recent location. So to actually be invited by them to set up a little pop-up shop at their store is like super cool. So this was a really great privilege and I was really honored to be a part of it. Now, because this format was a little bit different from what I'm used to, I'm not in a giant marketplace surrounded by a bunch of people and a bunch of noise. It was mostly just me, Cody, and the store owners. I didn't want to be that annoying girl talking to the camera all day, so I vlogged this a little bit differently. I got tons of b-roll and we're gonna go over the event kind of recap style. Let me know what you think of this vlog format. If you like it, I'll keep it. If not, we'll go back to my usual vlog style. So since the storefront didn't actually open until 11, we didn't have to leave till like 9. It was great. San Francisco is about an hour from where I'm based, and since you're going that early, you're not really gonna hit traffic. So we got to sleep in, grab some breakfast. It was real chill. By the time we got there, Brandon and Derek were ready to greet us. They even gave us one of their parking spots, which saved us like $30. It's so expensive to park in San Francisco. So that was really nice. They even helped us unload our car and get it all to our spot, which would have, again, been a lot more work. And they were really, really helpful with this kind of thing. Some of the best hosts I've ever had for an event, right? We set up just in time for the store to open at 11, and I've got my usual 6-foot table set up. I'm kind of doing the same thing over and over again at these events recently. Up until this point, I've kind of been toying around, but I feel like I've finally found a setup that is the most effective for what I'm selling. And my clothes racks also make it really flexible. I can set up 1 or I can just set up 2, and they're really easy to bring around. So I opted for a 6-foot table with 1 clothes rack off to the side, and it worked really great for this space. I did forget my 4-inch stickers, my larger stickers, which I have such a small collection of them right now. That's not a huge deal, but they do sell pretty well, and the margins on that are really great. So I will remember to bring them for future events. I got some new business cards just in time for this event, and it ended up being a double-edged sword because while I think they are some of the prettiest business cards I've made so far, I've actually seen people pick up the postcard of this design, see my business card, and put the postcard back down. So maybe I will make my business cards less pretty in the future and not create competition for myself. One of my favorite parts about my setup was actually something that the store provided, and it's the mural in the background. It's stunning, but that paired with my setup made my setup look even better. So thank you, Brandon and Derek, for the beautiful mural. So as I've mentioned before, 3Pillars is owned by 2 artists, but they feature more than just their art, and they partner with a couple other artists and sell their things in their store as well, as you can see in this video. When I say 3Pillars is right up my alley, it's perfect. I often feel a little bit estranged in artist alleys sometimes because kawaii and fan art are obviously the biggest things. So to see a lot of original art inspired by Japanese culture and street culture too, which is a lot of what I do, to see a lot of other artists do that, it makes me feel a little less lonely, and this niche is a little bit bigger than I think it is. So that's what the table and the store look like, but I'm sure you're curious about the actual festival, so let's go check that out. even though I wasn't on the main street, that didn't stop my friends from finding me. In fact, I think I had more visitors at this particular event than I have at like other events, maybe like night markets or a close rival. But like, I just want to shout out all my friends and my family who came by to say hi. It was so good to see you. Some people I haven't seen since I last lived in San Francisco, like 3 or 4 years ago. So it was so good to see you guys. Oh my gosh, sexy. I love it. Simon probably loves it.
I started selling at 9 already. When I
About to say,
there.
you guys have
like,
been here since like 7.
No, I got here at 9.
Oh, what?
So like I was just starting.
Some of you guys even left gifts, which was like not necessary, but also I love gifts, so I will never say no. I snacked a lot throughout the day. I am a huge foodie, but for some reason when it comes to events, I just can't eat the same way I normally do. I think I'm just like in work mode. And especially when it gets really busy, I like get less hungry and I just kind of stuff myself at the end of the day. So I had a lot of snacks throughout the day instead. What kind of mochi is it?
Pink. Purple.
What flavor is it, Cody?
Purple.
What flavor is it? Is it good?
The leaf is there.
Okay. What you got there?
Stick.
Stick and rock. What's it for?
I don't know.
No,
My desk.
like what are you gonna use? Oh, it's not gonna go in an aquarium?
Maybe eventually.
Okay. Around 4 o'clock, I took my first and only break. Because this was like an artist kind of event, I didn't want to do my usual thing where I ditch my table for a long time and go play. I was trying to be really good, and I was. In fact, I was so good that my break was only 30 minutes. But as you'll see in this clip, it was so crowded. I've been to this festival 3 times. This is my second time selling at it. And every single time it is like shoulder to shoulder, crazy, which I'm usually okay with, especially when it comes to like conventions. But Japantown is not built for like crowds like this. There's lots of little narrow, tiny ways, and there's not a lot of big open space at the same time. So you're kind of just like, I don't know, I just felt like I was bobbing and weaving the whole time and I couldn't stop and enjoy anything. And in fact, it gave me so much anxiety that I ended my break early and I came back around 4:30. I honestly meant to do a lot more shopping, but I mean, we could go to Japantown any other weekend and most of the same stuff will be there and it won't be as anxiety inducing. So I just decided to go back to my table. As mentioned before, this is the Cherry Blossom Festival event in the Bay Area, really all of NorCal. So to get into it any way that you can and be a part of it is kind of a big deal. So I'm really, really humbled that I was able to be a part of it through 3Pillars. This festival actually extends across 2 weekends, and this was the second weekend. Vendors on the street are selling on Saturday and Sunday of the first weekend, and then only Saturday of the second weekend, because on Sunday is when they have their big grand parade. And since I was only here Saturday, I didn't get to see the parade either, but I'm sure it was wonderful. The Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival takes place in Japantown, San Francisco, which is one of my favorite places like in the world. I mean, I haven't like seen that much of the world, so that's not saying a whole lot, but it's one of my favorite places. It's really nostalgic for me. I used to come here all the time as like a little teenager before like anime was mainstream. I couldn't find it anywhere near my home, so I had to go to Japantown to even find any inkling of it. And so this was like my little haven growing up. I came here with my nerdy friends and we were able to just be our nerdy selves, and it was wonderful. The official festival ended at 6, so around 5:40 we started packing up and we were ready to head home.
Yeah, it was a great day.
It's fun.
So overall, this was a great day. Despite the fact that I was not a part of the actual festival at the main plaza, we still got a great amount of foot traffic of people who were passing by headed to the festival or heading home. People were still able to find the store and find me. And so I ended up making a decent amount of sales for a low volume event. And I was really happy with that, especially considering the table was only commission. So with a commission base like that, I'm always gonna profit, which is great. But in addition to the sales, I really got to connect with the artists who own 3Pillars, and I got to see their shop for the first time. And it was just, like I said, it was really cool. I don't get to see and meet a ton of artists who make art that I feel like is similar to mine. And getting to know them and their stories and seeing the store in person and seeing other artists make art similar to mine. It's hard to describe the feeling, but it was a good one for sure. So big shout outs and thank yous again to the owners of 3Pillars, Brandon and Derek. It was so awesome getting to know you and being a part of this. I wish you all the luck and all the best. And for you viewers, if you ever find yourself in Japantown, San Francisco, do yourself a favor and stop by 3Pillars. It's one of the coolest stores in the area. You'll definitely want to check it out. Moving forward, the next vlog is going to be Nikkei Matsuri in San Jose. Now, it has actually already happened, and I'm about to record the recap for it right after this. So if you see me in the same outfit, that's why. But it's also the last in my Cherry Blossom vlog series, so make sure to watch it when it comes out. And then after that, I'm actually gonna be taking a 3-week break from events because I've got low-key a marathon of summer events, which again, keep up with my vlogs. I'm gonna update you a lot more about what's coming up next for Kelsey Kishi Draws. I'm really excited and I'm just so ready for summer. I'm so sick of cold weather. I'm ready for it to be hot and I'm ready to be sweaty. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, also, because some of you guys have mentioned like you like Cody's tanks. He got another one. He's addicted, but it's fine. They're pretty. I like them. This one has fish that I think are dead. And some blue shrimp. They're so pretty. I love these guys. So yeah, the newest edition.